It definitely was a tough decision. I think, football was probably my first love, playing sports. My dad playing that sport here, and just growing up idolizing him and being coached by him in football. But I think when it came down to making a decision, just looking at my future and what was best for that, and I love baseball too, so really, it wasn't like too bad to leave football behind. Yeah, for me during that whole process, I definitely wanted to go and see what was out there. But I think at the heart of it, at my core, I always knew it was going to be Nebraska. Just growing up and always wanting to be a Husker, I think, is what ultimately drew me to coming here. And I'm so happy that I chose that. Yeah, I think the dream to be a Husker and the love of Nebraska was there at the core of the decision. But the coaching staff, Coach Bolt, was pretty new at the time, and getting to know him and his staff, they just, all their values aligned with mine, and so it made it a pretty easy decision. Yeah, and I think that's a big testament to just how he feels about this place, and if someone who has been in your shoes before is choosing to come back to a place, then it clearly means a lot to them, and so you can know that his investment was going to be pretty high, and so I think that just speaks volumes. Yeah, every single day, and I think this last year especially, whether it's practice or we're going out and scrimmaging, whether it was in the fall or now in the pre-session, it's even more special than I've realized the last couple of years. Just being able to savor that and treasure that the last time around. I really like the look of this group. We got a lot of guys who were on this team last year and who filled a lot of different roles for us last year and experienced a lot of different things. And we got some new guys who have some new outlooks on different things and have been other places and experienced new things. And I think that's also important. And I was really happy with how the team gelled together, over these last handful of months and over this last half a year. And so I think the spot we're in now is a really good spot before we head into the season. My favorite moment, I got two. I got two moments. First one, Jack's Brockett throwing a no-hitter. I think that one's pretty obvious. I've known Jack since we were like 8 years old. We've played against each other our whole lives. And then coming here, we finally got to be teammates. And, I've seen him go through a lot of hard times in his career here, even, last year. And to be able to see him get that and be a part of it was something that I'll never forget. And another one was Gabe Swanson in the Big Ten tournament when he hit the double to give us the go-ahead run in the championship game. I mean, you had 13,000 Husker fans standing on their feet, 2 outs, and Gabe laces one into left center. And I was just smiling. I couldn't control it. Gabe, he's my roommate the last 2 years, lived with him. And kind of similar, he had an up and down season last year. And so just to see him have that moment was something that was awesome to see. Yeah, I think baseball is unique because you're playing a lot of games, and especially in the college season, and in the Big Ten especially, most of your games are in the freezing cold. And so it takes a little bit more than the skill of baseball to really come out of the Big Ten. And I think that's what we pride ourselves a lot on here in Nebraska, is just the toughness and the grit that it takes, to withstand a long season, especially a season in the Big Ten. And so I think we practice that as much as we practice our baseball skill, which I think has led to a lot of the success, and that's been no different this year, and I see that a lot in our team. Yeah, I think NIL is a really good thing for college sports. There's a lot of narratives out there right now that are saying it might be getting too crazy and stuff like that, but I think what it does at its core and what it's striving to do is just provide opportunities for athletes and really recognize what athletes are doing for their universities. And so I think that's a really good thing for our sport. And as far as Nebraska goes, I think it's one of the cutting edge universities and athletic departments in the country. I think their willingness to invest in their athletes is top of the line, and it's really showed, not only in baseball, but I think throughout the athletic department. Yeah, the folks at 1890 are great. They're always willing to work with you as an athlete, and really they're there to serve you. They're not trying to make your life hard, they're trying to do the opposite. They're trying to make everything easy for you, answer all your questions, and really just be a resource for you. And so they've done a great job with both me and my teammates, and I'm really grateful for that.